feel like y'all just be picking the darkest, ugliest black girl and giving her kudo points for being pretty. And I don't take back what I said. Like, I feel like when it comes to black girls, y'all pick the ugliest woman who is dark skinned. And then y'all just want to be like, oh, she's pretty. No, like, there's dark skinned girls who are really pretty. And y'all gonna attack me and say I'm a bitch. I'm a fucking bitch. I'm racist, which I'm not. But, like, it's just kind of like how y'all been shoving down people's necks with Lupita. And I'm not saying she's, like, but ugly. I'm not saying that. I just feel like I hate that when it comes to black girl beauty standards, y'all always pick the struggle. Y'all always pick the struggle black girl who can't even compete when it comes to, like, statistics or standards to be like, that's a pretty bitch. Like, I feel like y'all give brownie points just because a bitch is dark skinned. But I've seen some really dark skinned bad bitches. Like, and I'm not trying to be funny. I'm talking about, like, bad bitch, dark skin. But y'all never want to give the really pretty dark skin. Y'all always pick the fucking mediocre dark skin girl, and then y'all all give her pity points. I feel like y'all be giving pity points for a bitch being dark skinned and pretty. And as a black woman, I'm really offended because, like, there's really beautiful black girls out there. No makeup, no filter, no nothing, bitch. Me, me. I'm not trying to be funny, but I'm 100% real. It's really upsetting. Y'all always just like struggle. Y'all just want struggle to relate. And some bitches are not relatable.
This is a message for the girl who said Lupita Nyong'o is not pretty and that not every dark-skinned girl is pretty. You have 24 hours to delete that video. 24 hours. And if you don't, I will send Azalea Banks, Nicki Minaj, Jojo Siwa, Wendy Williams, and Santana Lopez. And they will clock you so bad you will have no words left in your system. One warning. 24 hours.
So you telling me that girl that came on here looking like the Jamaican Applejack cinnamon stick that was on the cereal boxes with banana Laffy Tappies coming out her head is 19 years old? That girl is 19? Oh, that's a hard, that is a vigorous, that is a hefty, that is a violent 19. Somebody was whooping her ass. Somebody been fucking her up for 19 years. I swear to God. Bro, I see somebody said 19 human years. This should just show when y'all walk around being negative and hating all the time. It's gon' fucking show every single time.
There's this girl that is being roasted on the internet right now because she came on here and provoked and said that Lupita is not pretty, that she's ugly. But I remember looking at her video and I was like, you just opened a can of worms. Like, if you come on here and you call another woman ugly, especially a woman who is loved like that, people are going to point out insecurities in you that you never even knew existed. And the internet is so creative at creating new insecurities. They're going to point out something in you and then try to convince you that that is wrong with you, that that shouldn't be like that, that that shouldn't be there. People are going to attack you from every angle. And when everything is said and done, when you look at yourself at the mirror, you're only going to see your own insecurities in 1,000 different ways. And you can tell that that whole thing has affected her so much because she has made like 15 videos, you know, in full beat makeup, trying to say, you see, I look good. I don't look as bad as you guys are saying, you know, making with her whole body saying, you see, I look sexy. I'm not as fat as you guys are saying. I don't, all that. And I'm like, girl, all you had to do is not make that video. All you had to do is not attack another woman. Like, it was that simple. You could have avoided all this.
Oh, they hate to be this girl because she's getting cooked. Normally, I don't really like to go for people's physical looks. That's just not really what I do on social media. But I feel like if you come on social media to make a video and to basically say how dark-skinned people or people with like features or like African features and stuff like that are unattractive, then you better look better than a knocky eye on the Met Gala. You better look flipping amazing. You better look like you just woke up out of a magazine. You better look stunning. You better look amazing in that video. And when I'm scrolling through your profile, you better look better than freaking, I don't even know, better than just the best of the best of the best. You can't talk about other people's looks and then even talk about dark-skinned people when herself, she is on the darker side. Okay, she's brown skin, she's the same skin tone as me. Okay, don't get it twisted. She's basically the same skin tone and not like a little bit darker, maybe, I don't know, than me. And she's talking about dark skinned people, how we pick the ugly. Have you seen a Nokia? Have you seen a Lupita Nyong'o? So I'm just starting to feel like this is rage bait, because you can't tell me this has got to be fake. And I'm kind of glad she's getting chewed up and spat out, because you can't get on this app, talk about other people's looks, and then now people are roasting her. Now she's starting to feel a certain way. That's not how it works. Okay, that's not how it works.
Hello guys, and welcome to the Joe Report, where we get an outsider's view with an insider's clarity. Let's talk about something that never seems to go away: the way people, especially within our own communities, sometimes project their insecurities onto others. Recently, a young black girl decided to call Lupita Nyong'o ugly. The Oscar-winning actress, the global beauty icon, the woman who has graced countless magazines' covers and red carpets, and almost instantly, that insult came back around, and she was left looking embarrassed because the backlash was strong. Before I proceed, all credit goes to the creators of these videos. Let me play you a few more clips, and I'll come back with more commentary.
Okay, I watched the video. This is a person who wants to feel beautiful. This is a person who wants to be validated. This is a person who is dressing up in strength and confidence, but truly, really wants to be validated. They see people like Lupita being validated. They too want to be validated. You gotta see past all the confidence and all the rah-rah, but there is a sadness and an insecurity. She knows Lupita's pretty. Come on, she knows that very well. Not even worth it. Let's give her grace. But I love how y'all standing up for Lupita. Yes. Because if there are any little dark-skinned girlies out there who don't think they're beautiful, they're going to hear the way you're fighting for Lupita. And they're going to see the beauty in themselves. I love it. I love it.
It's always the women that are the furthest from being light-skinned that give really dark-skinned women a hard time about their skin color. Like, I really think that Nigerian girl that was talking about how Lupita Nyong'o is ugly and she's not a good example of dark-skinned beautiful, and how she can't compete against the beauty standard because of her features or something like that. It's like, that girl is, well, first of all, she's from Nigeria, which is a country that has a serious problem with bleaching. So she probably just assumes or just feels like dark-skinned women are just less attractive just in general across the board. She probably feels like because she's a little lighter skinned than Lupita, or women like Lupita, that just automatically makes her prettier, which is not the case. It's like, come on now, sis, you're not light skinned. You are a brown, dark brown woman. Also, you might be a little bit lighter, but you're still a dark brown woman. So to perpetuate this type of colorism, it's like, especially against Lupita, like, come on now, you should have known you was gonna get ate up. Like, Lupita has a huge fan base and she's gorgeous. So of course, sis, you really should have sat that one out. Like, it's looking real bad for you right now. I just feel like there's a lot of women who are on the borderline of dark skin that look down on really dark skinned women and feel like because they're slightly lighter that means that they're just automatically prettier. And I really just feel like that's just a sick colorist mentality to have. And it's like, but some of the most beautiful women I've ever seen are Lupita's color, who have a really, really dark brown skin. But this is a prime example of somebody being a little lighter and thinking that they're better because of their color.
Who told you guys I am 19? I'm 51.
We can tell. Lupita better. Thank you.
Now, let's be clear. This was never about Lupita. This was about the girl herself. When people lash out with comments like ugly or not beautiful, most of the time they're not even talking about the other person. They're talking about themselves. They're projecting. What she really revealed was her own need for validation, her own jealousy, her own pain that Lupita shines in spaces where she never thought dark-skinned women could shine. Because let's be honest, Lupita represents something powerful. She represents natural beauty, dark skin celebrated without apology, African features being praised on the world stage. That's a threat to people who have been conditioned to believe beauty only comes in one shade or one form. So instead of unpacking that conditioning, instead of asking themselves why it bothers them, they lash out. They try to drag someone else down in hopes of feeling better about themselves. But that's the thing about projection. It never works. All it does is expose the insecurities of the person doing the insulting. And when this young black girl called Lupita ugly, the world quickly reminded her that Lupita is celebrated across cultures, across continents. She is validated everywhere she goes. And instead of making Lupita look bad, The comment just made the girl look small. See, jealousy plays a big role here. Let's not pretend. Lupita gets validation from all corners of the world. Hollywood, fashion, fans. She is a dark-skinned black woman being told loud and publicly that she is stunning. For someone who doesn't get the same kind of recognition, it can stir up envy. It can sting. But instead of admitting, I wish I had that confidence, I wish I had that spotlight, people turn it into bitterness. They insult, they demean, and then they regret it because it never sticks. And let's zoom out for a moment. Beauty is subjective. What one person finds stunning, another person might not even notice. Beauty standards are not fixed. They change with culture, with time, with perspective. What Western culture glorifies today might not be the same of what African culture praises, or Asian culture, or Latin culture. That's why it makes no sense to declare someone ugly as if it's a universal truth, because it never is. What's considered beautiful in one part of the world might be seen as average somewhere else. In some cultures, fuller bodies are praised. In others, slim bodies are. In some, lighter skin is pushed as the standard. In others, deep melanin is celebrated. It's always shifting. So when someone tries to reduce a person like Lupita to ugly, they're ignoring the bigger truth that beauty has no one definition. Lupita is proof of that.
In the late 2000s, early 2010s, there was like this wave of Afrocentrism, this Pan-Africanism, this let's go back and visit Ghana, this let's embrace our natural hair, let's find ways to take care of our natural hair. That was the 2010s, the late 2000s, 2010s. And it just seems like we got into the 2020s and anti-blackness was kind of running rampant. I really thought when we was having this whole like natural hair movement, be it men or women, it was going to stick around this time. It wasn't going to be a fad like the 70s or something. And now it's gotten to a point where I'm seeing black women saying disparaging things about darker black women because they don't feel like they're attractive enough to be getting the hype that they're getting. One of them even went so far as to say that Lupita Nyong'o was unattractive. That's insane. Especially when you're not even as attractive as her. And that's no shade. That's just a fact. It's maybe you're not seeing enough representation of someone who looks like you on model pages. A brown skin, a caramel color. I don't know. But this is like the second person this week who's trying to say that someone who was dark-skinned, unquestionably beautiful, bone structure alone, and sitting there trying to say that they're not good-looking. Are you jealous? Because you're lighter than them, but you still don't look as good as them? Because in both situations that I've seen on TikTok, neither one of them looked as good as the people that they were talking about. It just sounds like you're coming from a place of jealousy. Give them girls their flowers.
But here's where it gets deeper. Many times, when people lash out at someone else's looks, it's because they're craving validation themselves. They're desperate to feel seen, to feel pretty, to feel chosen. But instead of building their self-worth, instead of embracing their own beauty, they attack someone who has already found that validation. And that's exactly what's happened here. The young black girl wasn't really mad at Lupita. She was mad that Lupita has the confidence and recognition she wished she had. And that's the saddest part. It doesn't have to be this way. Black women don't need to tear each other down. There's enough space for all of us to shine in our own way. But as long as people keep buying into Eurocentric beauty standards, so long as people keep believing that there's only one type of beautiful, these conflicts will keep popping up. The truth is, Lupita represents possibility. She represents the breaking of old rules. She represents the reminder that dark skin, natural hair, African features are not just acceptable, they are celebrated. That's why the insult fell flat. That's why the girl instantly regretted it. Because when you go against someone who embodies change, someone who is loved globally, all you do is reveal how trapped you are in outdated thinking. So what's the lesson here? It's simple. Beauty is not a competition. It's not one woman against another. And it's certainly not fixed to one standard. If someone else's beauty bothers you, that's not their problem. That's yours. It means you need to do the work to love yourself, to accept yourself, and to celebrate yourself. Because Lupita doesn't need your validation. She has her own. She has the world. But the people who throw around the words like ugly, they're the ones who need to sit with themselves and ask, why does her beauty threaten me? Why do I feel the need to put her down? Until that work is done, all the insults in the world will just bounce back. At the end of the day, this is projection. This is insecurity dressed up as judgment. And every time it happens, it only reminds us of the bigger truth. Beauty is wide. Beauty is diverse. Beauty is everywhere. Lupita is proof, and anyone who tries to deny it will only end up regretting it because the world has already decided she is beautiful. So what do you all think? Do you think the backlash this girl faced was deserved? Or do you think people went too hard on her? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. I would love to keep this discussion going. Otherwise, that's it from me. I also have another video about Marjorie Taylor Greene getting backlash from MAGA, and if you enjoy such kind of content, please click up here and enjoy. Also, consider subscribing, liking and sharing because it helps me grow my channel and helps YouTube recommend this video to a wider audience. But for now, thank you so much for watching. Until the next time, the Joy Reports out.